How old is the equipment in here, and how much maintenance do you have to do on it?
Actually, very little maintenance other than just greasing and daily operations. This building was built in 1897.
Wow.
So it's still a functional building today because of the care. It's basically grease and oil that keeps this place running.
Even the leather belts and everything.
The leather belts are very old. They're under a lot of tension and they're not under a lot of wear, so they last a long time.
How long does it take? Isn't it a bit slower to do maintenance on your steam engines in a shed like this?
The steam engines, it takes a little bit longer because that's all done next door.
Okay.
And that's literally where they have to pull the wheels apart, they have to grease the bearings, drain the oil, clean out the boilers and stuff like that. That's a considerably longer job than in here. It's the repairs that are done in here.
Okay.
So when they find something wrong, they would bring that part over here and we'd have to either remanufacture, rebuild it, or replace it. So a lot of that stuff is rebuilt right here in this shop, even today.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
You're traveling from one shady spot to the next.
My first day here was June 1st, 1989. That was when we were first gearing up to start filming the Back to the Future Part 3 movie. And just being the new green kid on the block, I thought that's what we always did here, you know, big movies. But you know, that was the biggest one ever. That was just incredible. Anyway, what you're going to be going through today is this is the warehouse building. All the parts for the steam engines were kept in here. This office building was used for the maintenance records and what have you for the steam engines and cars. It dates from about 1899. It's probably the second oldest building to the original engine shed here. The machine shop is actually, that building is actually the original engine shed, two-stall engine house.
There's been a lot of work that's been done. We've been working on the frame and the tender for about a year and 2 months now. We had to make new guides for the crossheads, and we're in the process of putting that back together. This tender, we're just starting into the manufacturing. We've been at it for about 3 weeks now, and it's required, once again, a lot of welding and riveting. We've done some of the riveting, but we have at least 3,000 more rivets to go.
In 1910, the Southern Pacific actually got a purchase order for 10 cars like this, observation cars, that they were going to put on their Overland Limited, which was going to be a first-class train. They're going to run across country between San Francisco and Chicago, back to Chicago, back to San Francisco. This car, out of that 10, is very, very unique because it's the only car that has a barbershop on board. So that means that 10 car set would have been the primo cars. The next one up is the galley. The galley was like a sandwiches, but primarily it had the cigars, the cigarettes, the booze, and the cards and the chips for the guys in the smoking section. The next section up in the last section in that car is the observation area. Generated the DC voltage, 32 volts DC going into the DC system was actually run off of the trucks here, the batteries. When we got it here, we can't run the distance on the track nor the speed that would actually generate that electricity. So when we did the restoration here, we converted that all over to a 110 volt system. So that means that we've got a 110 volt fan system running in that car, so we've got comforts of, at least part of the comforts of first class today, because you'll have the only place where you got actually some fans running in your display, all right? Mm-hmm.
On the sunrise in the morning, tide to fill the bay. The second goes storm to shoring. She's at home with a pouring spray. To the back on the rising sun, breathe to her, come on. Keep your eyes on the shifting sun. Let's go, your eyes on the shifting sun. As the train pulled out the station, the sun rose through the sky. fueled by her elation, the town went rolling by. When she turned her back on the midday sun, on the way to a foreign land. Keep your eyes on the shifting sands, go, your eyes on the shifting sand. By the time the sun was setting, she found us all so changed. There wasn't any regretting the life that she'd exchanged. When she turned her back on the setting sun, path in her right hand. Keep your eyes on the shifting sands, girl, your eyes on the shifting sand. From the sunrise in the morning, the tide had filled the bay. The second go the storm's ignoring. She's at home with a foaming spray. Turned her back on the rising sun, waves at her command. Keep your eyes on the shifting sands, go, your eyes on the shifting sand. Turned her back on the setting sun, path in her right hand. Keep your eyes on the shifting sands, go, your eyes on the shifting sand. Well, keep your eyes on the shifting